All right, golf fans, welcome back. It is a pleasure to have another two-man scramble here on the Fairways and Dreams podcast, which is when I have a guest. Really excited for this guest for a lot of reasons, and that is Salty from the Salty Golfer. What is up, Salty? How's it going?
My man, thanks for having me on. I'm excited to be here, and yeah, let's get this two-man scramble going.
Absolutely. So I found you on Instagram, and you have a huge following, and I'm just a pebble of, I'm just one little speck of sand in your
Sure.
large following and stuff. But I always was drawn to the fact that you are based in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now,
Yeah.
I grew up in Wheeling, West Virginia, and for some unforsaken reason, people in Wheeling and in the northern panhandle of West Virginia, they don't go to Ocean City, Maryland. They don't go to Virginia Beach. They drive to Myrtle Beach, South
Yeah.
Carolina.
So we
And
get we get we
yeah,
get we get that crew. We get like middle of Ohio,
oh yeah,
and then we get all the Canadians in like January, February, March. It's so funny.
I
Like
bet.
I'll host a group of Canadians, and it's like I have a 50-degree rule. If it's colder than 50 degrees, I really don't want to play golf. I'll be honest with you. But they'll come down and it'll be 45, 40 degrees, and they're in shorts and t-shirts and polos, and I'm over there freezing my what's off out there trying to swing a golf club.
That is awesome. We always used to stay in North Myrtle Beach, the Cherry Grove area,
Yeah,
and I do have a question for you because people call Myrtle Beach the golf capital of the world because there's so
sure.
many courses. But when I looked at the map before, like they are really stretching the limits of Myrtle Beach. Like, what do you
Sure.
consider Myrtle Beach in terms of a course that is built that might be in that area?
So just to like emphasize on that, so the it should be called the Grand Strand, right? So the
Yeah,
Grand Strand is a 60-mile stretch from Brunswick, North Carolina, down to Georgetown County. And that's really, but it all does get synced into
right.
Myrtle Beach because there's in that 60-mile stretch, I think 86, 87, I think golf courses, something like that.
Yeah.
But as far as like right in the middle of Myrtle Beach golf, I mean, you have to say Pine Lakes. It's the oldest golf course in Myrtle Beach. It's where Sports Illustrated started. Cool story about that. They have a whole. It's where the Myrtle Beach Golf Hall of Fame is.
Awesome.
So that's probably if people like history, like the history of golf in this area. I always tell them they should go there. It's a great golf course. It's an old school golf course. It's an easy to walk golf course. It's 3 blocks from the beach. I mean, you've got some really good views out there. But when I think Myrtle Beach golf, because you're right, it does like go all the way into North Carolina, like in the Charlotte area and stuff like that. But TPC Myrtle Beach is right here in the heart of
Mhm.
Myrtle Beach. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'm answering your question correctly or not,
No,
but
no, you absolutely are. You absolutely are. And some of those courses I have played growing up, when we'd go down to Myrtle Beach. Some of the courses I grew up really liking are not open anymore, and they're probably turned into developments and things like that now. But I remember at one point there were over 100 courses in Myrtle Beach. I think that's kind of gone down a little bit after some of these
yeah, it's like
courses closed.
106, I think, something like that. And yeah, it's just a lot of them have fallen prey to development. I think I
Yeah,
saw where Horry County is the fastest growing county in America right now. Like it's
really.
just massive. My all time favorite golf course, Indian Wells. It shut down, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, and I have so many memories playing golf with my grandfather there when we would come down here on vacation before we lived down here permanently. So, yeah, I understand. I get it. I know that things have to happen, but yeah, at one point there was so much golf down here, like
Yeah.
so much.
Absolutely. It almost felt like that reached its saturation point too, where you just
Yeah.
had it was just like cannibalizing itself. But I want to ask you, obviously you're in Myrtle Beach, and I love your slogan, how you just hate slow golf, because I know I hate slow golf as well. But you got this thing started. Like you have an Instagram following of I think over 18,000 now or something like
Yeah,
that.
right
And
at it. Yeah, something like that.
that's
Yeah.
awesome. You have the saltygolfer.com. You have the Salty Squad. I mean,
Yeah.
how did you even start all this stuff? I'm always curious where people get started.
Yeah, so this is a great question, and it's a cool story. So, um, I used to live in Greensboro, North Carolina, Sedgefield area, kind of where they play the Wyndham in
Mhm.
that area. And my wife Katie and I, we owned a clothing company, a hat and clothing company called Old North State Clothing Company, and we had heat presses, we had embroidery machines, you know, it was a side hustle, complete side hustle. And we just started doing it, and it got to be more than a side hustle. And then we realized that, man, we just aren't quite as passionate about it as we thought we were going to be, right? Because it was like we had two full-time jobs, and we put the business up for sale. A guy out of Virginia bought it. He bought all the fabric, all my t-shirts, all the machines. He bought everything I had. I offered him the Instagram page. He didn't want it, and I said, "Okay, it's fine." So, and at the time, we only had like maybe 1,500 followers on that page. It was called Old North State Clothing Co. And I was like, well, I don't know what to do with this. I don't want to get rid of it. You know, there's 1,000+ followers on here. And my wife, she said, well, you love golf. You love taking pictures. You love the beach. Why don't you just call yourself the Salty Golfer? And
there it is.
And there it is. So I started doing that. I go out with my friends and I would take pictures while they played and while we all played. And then I like found this free clip art, and it was a silhouette of a guy with a beard. So I took that free clip art, and then I found another clip art of some sunglasses and clicked and dragged that onto that guy's face. And then I put Salty Golfer in the lenses of the sunglasses. And I got on Sticker Mule and bought 100 stickers, put it on Instagram. I said, hey, anybody interested in these? They're $3 a piece. And they were sold out in 2 hours. I was like, okay, well, we possibly could be onto something here. So that's how it all got started. And then we moved to Myrtle Beach full time, and the page was starting to pick up. And of course, there's a lot more golf courses to photograph, and then I said, well, let's take Salty Golfer to the next level. So what I did was, and you know this, coming here on vacation and playing golf, if you're a twosome or you're by yourself or you're a threesome, if you're in season, you're going to get put with someone else. It's just it's going to happen. That's the way it is. And I was like, you know what, that can be weird for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 holes. I've been paired with French Canadians before that didn't speak a lick of English, and that was super weird. So, but I was like, so all these followers, they're reaching out to me like, you know, what courses are in good shape, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, why don't I make myself accessible to them if they're by themselves or they're only a threesome? You know, then I can go play with them, and then they don't have some weird guy or weird person in the group, or not that anyone's weird, but it's just
right. Yeah,
it takes a few holes to get used to everybody, and then that took off way faster than I thought it was going to. But and then now where we are now, we're just, I don't know, man. I still have to pinch myself with what's going on with the Salty Golfer, and it's all been I don't know what's the word we don't buy followers or anything like that. All organic. It's all been
organic.
Yeah. And it's all been word of mouth. And I have these crazy ideas for merch, and I sketch them out, and then I send them to people that really know how to draw, and I commission it. And you know, it's just, we just want to help people when they come to Myrtle Beach create a memory. Because at the end of the day, I'm not sure we're going to remember what we scored unless we do something outstanding, right?
Right.
But we're going to remember the drinks at the 19th hole. We're going to remember the laughs. We're going to remember, you know, the sunsets and or the dew on the grass. You know, we'll remember that. And where we come in as the Salty Golfer is we help you do that. We can come out there, play right along with you if you want us to, and we tell you, put your cameras up. Put your phones away. We know where to take the pictures. We know where to video what we need to video. You just enjoy playing golf,
right,
with your boys or whatever.
Yeah.
And then we edit it all, and then we send it back to them. And then they've got memories forever, right? And because you've been on a golf trip before, like, shoot, I should have taken a picture there, you know, because but I'm trying to take that away. Like, you don't have to worry about taking that picture because I know when we're supposed to take that picture. And then you've got it for the rest of your life. And but I do want to say this. I do want to say this. As laid back and as chill as we are as a collective group, we do like to win. Okay, like when
Mm,
we're playing golf,
there you
we're
go.
we're competitive people. Okay, I don't want everyone to think like, oh, we don't keep score, and sometimes we don't keep score. But buddy, if you want to come down here and you want to match, we'll match it up with you. We can be as serious or as laid back as you want us to be.
I love it. That's
That,
awesome.
that's for sure. But I just all are welcome, man. And we want to play as fast as possible. Like if you're a 25 handicap, or you're a 30 handicap, or whatever. Like I don't care. Just keep up because literally the ice is melting, man. Like
Yeah.
we got drinks to drink, we've got times to have, and as much as I love golf, I don't like 6, 8, 9 hour rounds.
No.
I don't like it. So if you're down to do whatever you got to do to play fast, let's play fast, but not to the point where you're feeling rushed. And there's a fine line there.
Absolutely. Agree.
There's a fine
100%.
line. And but we don't care what you look like. We don't care what you score. That's the first thing when people start booking trips with us. They're like, "Well, I'm not. Like, I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm not. Listen, none of us are pros. Let's just
Right.
go have a banging good ass time and go hit the little white ball or yellow ball or orange ball, whatever ball you're playing that day, and let's try to get it in the hole as less than the guy next to you.
There
I
you go.
mean, that's all it is. That's all it is. It's easy.
You bring up the fact that you could fill in the fourth person, and it it reminds me of a story. This happened in Myrtle Beach, the Big Cat golf courses. I think we were playing Panther, and
Okay,
so we had gotten a golf package there. We could play 3 out of the 4 courses or something like that, and it was my dad, my brother, and myself.
sure.
And so, of course, you have 3. You like you said, you're gonna get put with a single. You're not gonna go out as a threesome. So we get put with a single, and this was back when I was done with my baseball career and had a nasty slice, and it was just a bad day. And so
Yeah,
we're on like number 6. I'm riding with this other guy, and I hit a tee shot, and it just cuts into the woods. And I said a not so nice word.
sure.
And it's only some, some small talk between me and the guy in the cart. So it's on the next tee box, and my dad, he's a chatter. He says, "So what do you do for a living?" He goes, "Oh, I'm a priest." And I said, "Oh my God."
Oh my.
And from that moment on, I realized, Jeff, you got to calm your stuff down,
Well,
especially around strangers that you don't know.
we were. I'll follow that. That's a great story. That's a really good story. And I'll follow that story up with this story. I was playing with a buddy of mine, and we were playing in a 4-ball thing, and we were playing against another twosome. Like this is a USGA down at Pine Needles. Like
Okay.
we're serious thing going on here, right? And and if you need to edit this afterwards because there's something's a
It's
little
okay.
weird here, but
It's okay.
I understand. But so 2 or 3 holes into it, um, matches all square, and I don't even remember what those guys' names were, but the guy was I was getting ready to tee off, and we were waiting. The guys were in the fairway, and the guy said, "So Wes, what do you do for a living?" And I said, "Well, I direct gay porn, and this is the guy." And my playing partner, I said, "This is my top guy here. This is the guy I direct the most." And Jeff, when they teed off, one guy hit a ball so far right, like it was almost horizontal, and another guy hit the ball so far left. I mean, it like we went up. We won the next 5 holes, and I never said a word. Never said a word to them. I've never done that again in my life playing in competition. But that's probably the only time I've ever done any type of
That's so
gamesmanship. Oh,
funny.
I don't know, but it worked that day, and we stomped them. But I don't know. It was just I don't know what came over me to do that, but I don't know. I don't know.
Hey, it
But if you need
worked.
to edit that out, feel
No,
free.
no, no.
That's
We're good. We are good. Hey, what's your handicap?
2-7 right now.
Oh, nice.
But you know
Nice.
what?
Very nice.
It's so I love and hate the handicap system. It's all based on potential.
Yeah.
And I still got some 95s in me, some
Don't we
89s
all?
in me.
Don't we
And
all?
I do like how it resets faster now though than
Yeah,
what it used to, which is very nice.
absolutely.
But
All
yeah,
right.
it's what
So,
about you? What about you? What are you?
well, shoot, I haven't golfed much in the fall and then the winter, but because I do a lot of NFL football coverage, but for my jobs, I've been busy once football starts. But I'm normally fluctuate between a 7 and a 9, so I'm a
Nice.
single digit. But
I
it's
would
kept
love
up.
to be a 7 and a 9. I would love that's right in my wheelhouse, baby. Love that.
All right, so I don't know if you've ever listened to the Fairways and Dreams podcast. I doubt you have, and that's okay. We finish these Two-Man Scramble podcasts up with a rapid fire segment where I just rattle questions off to you. You answer them to the best of your ability, and then I'll let you plug your stuff before we call it a show. Are you ready?
Yes, do it.
All right. I think I know the answer to this based on your shirt and your slogan, but if you had to choose between a ride or walk on a golf course, what are you doing?
I'm riding all day long.
Okay, very good. If you got to choose, now you have great taste in music because I follow you on Instagram. The songs you pick, I mean, when you brought out Space Hog on one of your posts, I was like,
Yeah,
holy cow. Like that was a
yeah,
CD I had that I didn't think anyone else had.
right.
If you could pick up a walk-up song, so like a baseball player does when they go up to bat, but it's for your number, it's on number one. Here's your chance. You cue the music. Here we go. What is it?
Oh my gosh, what a great question. Because you feel like it needs to be like a banger, right? Like a hardcore, like, type.
Could
But
be.
man, um,
Put you on the spot.
I just because I'm a lover of music. There's so many running
Oh,
through
I
my
know.
brain right now. Um, can we circle back?
We
Can we
can circle back. We'll
circle
come
back
back
to
to
that
it.
one?
Okay. Who's your favorite pro golfer ever?
Ever.
So even if they're not even playing anymore, maybe they might not even be alive.
Um, Chris DeMarco
Okay.
and Freddie Couples are my two all-time favorite golfers.
What about your favorite pro on tour right now?
Ooh, right now. Um, Segala. I like
Okay.
him. Yeah,
Very good.
I like him.
What's your golf ball of choice?
Sponsored by Srixon, so
There you go.
Srixon Z Star Diamond. I love the diamond right now.
All
Yeah.
right. If you could change any rule in golf, what would it be?
Just pro or anything.
Anything. Doesn't matter.
Um, if you have a if you're because I had this conversation today. If someone doesn't rake the bunker appropriately and your ball is in a shitty footprint or something like that, you should be able to rake it and replace it.
Rake in place. I like that. Okay. What about your thoughts on music on the golf course? I know that you all do listen. Do you mind if other people do, or
I'll pump it up, man. Pump it
do
up.
you have? Is there a specific genre that you're putting on your playlist? If you're the one that's
So
on the,
are you on Spotify?
I'm
You have
everywhere.
Spotify.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
go. I have a playlist and it's open. Anyone can add to the
Okay.
playlist if they want to. It's called Sandy Pars and Tiki Bars.
Nice.
It's got tons of music on it. If you want to know what I listen to, go listen to that
There you
playlist.
go. I love it. And my dad who listens to this, he was on my show. He's a big Spotify guy. He'll probably be tuning that out for
Yeah.
sure.
So I
Check it out.
like yacht rock all the way to, I mean, old school Metallica. Like I'm
Nice.
like
All over the
90s
map.
90s hip hop is I love that, and all over the
Okay.
board.
Now you're a big dude. If you're not playing golf, what sport are you playing?
I played basketball in college,
Okay.
so I guess I would have to say basketball.
All
Yeah.
right. Have you had a hole in one yet?
I've had two,
Okay.
but on short courses. So
It still counts. I don't
yeah.
care.
So our rule is it counts until you make one on the big course, and then it cancels those out.
Okay.
That's
All right. What's your favorite major for the PGA Tour?
all Masters.
All right.
Masters.
And what's your favorite golf movie?
Tin Cup.
Okay. Let's go back to the walk up song. You figured it out yet?
Oh yeah. Um. God,
It's tough. It's tough to narrow it down.
it's so tough. Let's see, man. I'm gonna say something stupid. I'm gonna regret it as soon as I say this song. Um. It's just not a good walk-up song, but it keeps coming back. I'm gonna have to go with "A Pirate Looks at 40" by Jimmy Buffett.
Well done. Hey, I'm a
Yeah.
huge Parrot head. It killed me when Jimmy Buffett died
Oh
in
my gosh.
September. I mean,
Yeah.
we're actually my wife and I had a Margaritaville themed wedding. Our song was Jimmy Buffett. We named our first daughter Savannah after his
Yeah.
daughter. Like,
That's great.
wrecked me. But hey, thank you very much, Salty. I do appreciate it.
Yeah. Anytime, man.
Plug
Anytime, brother.
plug your stuff, man. Obviously the saltygolfer.com, but anything else you
Yes.
want to plug, go for it.
Website is thesaltygolfer.com, like you said. Instagram is at the Salty Golfer, Facebook at the Salty Golfer, Twitter at the Salty Golfer. If you're looking to come to Myrtle Beach and you need help booking a trip, just slide into my DMs and we
Perfect.
can help you do all that. And thank you so much to podcasts
Hey.
like you guys to help spread the love and the word of how good golf is. And I love this whole community that we have here with Instagram and everything like that. And kudos to you and good luck with everything in the future with you got going on.
Thanks, man. We'll be in touch. In the meantime, thanks for listening to Fairways and Dreams. We'll see you on the next podcast. Take it easy.
Peace.